I love flowers. Flowers are the most unique and interesting plant. You don't get anything out of them most of the time, and they're just there for decoration. They're easy for you to draw, and bees use the flowers for pollen. I like flowers because how beautiful they are. Heck, my first crush was Rose from Plant for Design's Gone with that too. My first actual real crush. My second one was, but when I moved on to actual human characters, I went with Lily from Pokemon. And her name is literally named after a flower. So I thought to myself, can I be Plant for Designs too with only flowers? Hence, actually someone else, a couple of other people doing challenge ones, and I'm pretty sure I saw two of them doing the flower one as well. But I'm going to do this in my own worlds with my own plants because, well, I wanted to. It was either this or insta-kill plants or insta-use plants. The rules are simple for this challenge. I'm only allowed to level up one plant. You'll understand why later. Number 2, no power-ups or boost. No power-ups or boost. All flowers allowed being plants that all flowers have flowers in the name or bloom or have flowers on them. Like for example the cactus and the whatever the spiky ball thing is. Number 3, I'm allowed to skip levels where I can't pick plants unless they give me a attacking flower and unless they give me an attacking flower, or there's a way to defeat it but without using an attacking flower plant. But other than that, I'm just gonna skip it. Another one is I'm allowed to get one pay flower for each world. For after doing one world, I get a pay plant that I get from buying it. Then in the next world, I would get another and rinse and repeat. And pre-planted plants are allowed. I'm allowed to do that. Use those plants. Now we understand the rules. Now for the challenge to start. And as you can see here in the background, I've just been spamming sunflowers through this world day 2. So yeah. Also, I'm doing this without a script, so if I stutter a lot, sorry. I'm just doing whatever it goes. Okay. 3, I decided to bend the rules a bit by allowing myself to use attacking plants, but only one row of attacking plants, and defense plants too, I guess. The rest of the flowers I promise. Until I get like attacking plant like bloomerang, attacking flower like bloomerang, then I can use the flower challenge will actually begin and stuff. So yeah. This is kind of long, so what I'm gonna do is skip ahead until I get like a flower plant that can actually attack.
2 hours later.
Okay, we finally got a plant. It's called the bloomerang. This is a flower plant that shoots boomerangs. And this plant is crap. I mean, look at this. I used a plant food on a bloomerang against a buckethead, and it didn't do any damage on the literal bucket. Anyway, day 4, it was a whole escalator level where you can only use bloomerangs. So I just did that. Pretty easy, I guess. Day 5 proved my point that bloomerang being bad because it cost me 3 llamas to win this level. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with levels. 3. The bloomerang costs like the same amount of sun as a repeater, yet the repeater is a better damager than the bloomerang. No wonder why people went with the laser beam than this boomerang plant. Alright, here, let me show you. See, but other than that, I was able to beat this level. with somewhat of ease. Day 6 is when I went all screw it, I'm allowed to use other plants because there's no way in heck am I able to beat this level when my bloomerangs can't do much damage and it would give me a random plant. Now I hope you don't mind if I just do the excavator levels like this. But I was able to defeat the Gargantua, so with only bloomerangs, so that was good. Day 7 is where I decided to actually upgrade the bloomerang because, well, why not? And I'm glad I did too because the level was way easier. I did it, and also I get like free 50 sun extra sun. So hooray for me! While this was all happening, I finally was able to buy one of the plants, and I decided to pick the cactus because technically the cactus have a flower on his head. Day 8 was a bit of a mess, but I was able to win the level with ease. See? One mobile ad later, I was able to unlock my winter plant, which I'm allowed to use. Just to let you know. This plant is called the Shrinking Violet, and what it does is shrink zombies, having their HP and also making them very weak, which is pretty strong. Also, if you can see there, I tried shrinking an already shrunk zombie, which didn't really work. So that was like a stupid play for me. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, day 9 was a breeze. And so was day 10, which I was able to win the Shrinking Violet again. I don't know what the chances are that. I just soft reset it until I get another Shrinking Violet. 11 was one of those you can't choose your own plants level. But gladly they were able to let me keep the bloomerang and the sunflower. Two flower plants that perfectly used. Somewhat perfect. Also for the whole level up thing, I'm gonna neutralize it so I can level up my plants up to like silver level, so they're stuck in bronze, just to make it even it out. Okay, so all people in the comments doesn't have to be mad. Good. Okay, good. Also, I did the whole sunflowers in the front strategy. Probably should have done that a while ago. It would have been easier for my bloomerangs, but oh well. Day 12 is when I realized chompers are technically flowers too. They based off flying fly traps, whatever those things are called, and those flying fly trap plants are actually flowers as well. It kind of surprised me, but I decided to go with it and use Chomper anyway as my other winter plant. Kind of surprising, but yeah, it was actually pretty easy. Chomper wasn't that bad, actually. I feel like Chomper is like somewhat underrated. I get it, it's one of those is to kill plants, but it still is pretty underrated. Day 13 is a molecule one where I had to not plant on days, whatever those blob things are. And I was able to rent myself another flower plant called a meteor flower. And to be honest, I thought this game would be unbeatable until I get the meteor flower because there's this ice level that freezes my plants. But one thing that I didn't realize is that when I searched up, apparently Snapdragon is a actual flower. I was surprised because I didn't know Snapdragon was based off a flower, because the Snapdragon in this game has a literal dragon head. So I guess if Snapdragon's based off a flower plant, then I guess Snapdragon's a flower. That means the Ice Snapdragon is also a flower too. This game is actually going to be easy with only flowers, to be honest, We already got our main attackers, the broken plant, and the sun producer. So, yeah. And look, easy level. And I got a plant that isn't a flower. Just a bunch of lettuce. Day 14, I wasn't able to get any rental plants, so I just went with the usual 3 of sunflower, bloomerang, and cactus. You're gonna see this trio somewhere a lot. Mostly in this world. So, day 15, I was able to get another rental plant called the Draft Deal. I think that's what the plant's name. Correct me in the comments if I was wrong. This plant slows enemies and eliminates flying zombies, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. Well, finally it started. And this is where they introduced the endangered plants. These plants are apparently connected to your life support, so every time the plants die, you die. I don't know how it works, some kind of voodoo magic and life-changing stuff, but as you can see here, these flowers are more of a stall plant than a attacking plant. But that they did some good work on it, and yeah. Did good work on the zombies, and this level was another cakewalk. Day 16, I was able to went to again. Like the third time, I think. But other than that, yeah, it was kind of another cakewalk. Use Shrinking Violet to have the zombies reach through. So yeah, this part Dave forced me to use the Zen Garden to plant myself a sunflower, water it, and gave me free gems only for him to use them on the sunflower to make a boost. And hence my rules, I'm not allowed to use boosted plants. So, does that mean that I'm able to use the sunflower? That I had to bend the rules a little bit? No. You see, they forgot one little detail that most people, pretty sure, didn't know. Is that you can literally dig out the plant, and as you can see here, if you just give it some time, the plant isn't boosted. Shocker, I know. I can't believe no one ever thought of this. Yes, day 17 is a level where I'm only allowed to... is a gimmick level where I'm only allowed to plant like 14 plants. And I was able to get the daisy chain. They are also flowers because, well, they have 3 flowers on their head, so it's perfect. These plants make a stall zombies by creating poisonous by shooting petals and poisonous smoke stuff, causing the zombies to stall the zombies, which is pretty cool. Also, they have like 3 heads, so another cool trick. So yeah, day 7 was pretty much easy. Day 18, I was able to rent a power lily, which allows you to which spawns plant food, which now realizing is kind of pointless since I'm using it in a locked unloaded level. Yeah. To be honest, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea to use to rent that plant, but anyway, here's me being this level with a whole row of bloomerangs, so cool. Day 19, I was able to unlock the Lover shooter, whatever the plant is called. Forgot already. I was able to unlock that plant. This pushy plant again, and I was able to use the strategy when the Mr.L zombie tries to take the sun, they will stop and freeze. Also, it's another gimmick level where I'm only allowed to use a certain amount of plants, while also not planting a plant on Dave's slime things. Yeah. But that this level was another cakewalk, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But sooner or later, we're gonna hit a brick wall. Or a hard level, how I would put it. Because on day 20, this level is the hardest one. You see, we now have to protect 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 sunflowers. And this stupid zombie with the torch zombie is probably the hardest zombies to deal with because they can instantly kill a zombie. And look at it. The blue rain was trying to kill it, but the sunflower already died. And also I went out on the sun vine, which I mean I've seen one of the videos. Someone said that vines are technically a flower. They are not. Only the vines that are flowers are the ones that have flowers on them. That's why I was allowed to use that vine, because it had a flower on it. So I tried doing it with no winter plants. And by doing that, I just placed a blooming plant. Was like 10 steps ahead and placed the blooming plant and the cactus on that row. But even when I did all that, as you can see here, it was all going good until the buckhead zombie I didn't kill, and the bloomerang wasn't able to kill it, causing me to lose again. I hate bloomerangs, because they are so weak that plant food can't even kill a buckhead zombie. And I thought this one was going to be a hard one, until I was able to get the red stainer. This plant is one of the best flower plants ever. It's like a repeater, but cheaper. Because it shoots 2 attacking moves, but it costs 50 sun less. So that's the best. As you can see here, it's doing really good against all the zombies. And I'm actually starting to win this. There was some other close calls too, but other than that, it was fine. Also, the red stain is better than the blue rain because this plant fruit is a giant laser. See? I was able to win. And I guess I regret not using my coins on it. Day 21, they didn't let me choose. It's one of those can't choose my own plans, but they gave me a twin sunflower, which is a sunflower times 2. And I was able to win the homing this plant. It's a flower. I saw it. It's true. And if anyone argues it's not, then you're stupid. Anyway, what this plant does is an instant use plant. As you can see here, it does a lot of damage against all the zombies and even the graves. So this plant is perfect. It got me the win. Booyah. The plant was so good and so perfect, I even used it in day 22 by getting here again in another winter plant. Seriously, what are the chances of getting that again? I did some soft resetting for it, so yeah. On day 23, we got another shrinking violet winter plant, which I also used in here. And also there's the zombie that creates other graves, but that's useless when 2 of my flower plants can like literally shoot through the graves, so yeah, easy dub. Also for the top part, was struggling a little bit, but one plant food was able to take care of it. And oh yeah, the gargantua. Thanks to the shrinking violet, I was able to shrink this gargantua and make it easier for me to kill. But despite that, even the planted, the amount of plants that I placed in front of it, I wasn't able to kill the gargantuan, and I walked through my base, only to get run over by a literal lawnmower. Yeah. Day 24 is the last, but certainly not least, of the levels, and this is when I realized that snapdragons are technically flowers as well. So you know what that means? Fish! But also, one mobile ad later, and I was able to use snapdragon. Also, how do you think about this defense of plants? Looks pretty good, if I say so myself. And here, I was able to get my next flower, the twin sunflower. It's sunflower times 2, which is pretty cool. But the problem is I wasn't able to use it on this last level because this level is a conveyor belt level. And I had to beat Dr. Zomboss, which I didn't use only flowers for because bloom rains suck. And it would take me forever for it to defeat me, so for the conveyor belt levels I would just use other plants than flowers. But let me know in the comments if you want me to redo this level with only bloom rains. But please don't. Like, I only was able to plant 2 bloom rains and nothing else. I was literally freaking out in this point. That's why I was placing like walnut in the back for some reason. But other than that, we should probably skip this with one of those flower fun facts, which I'm gonna do when there's a level that won't let me use flower plants or as a conveyor belt level like this that doesn't give me a lot of flower plants. So yeah. Did you know that cattails are actually flowers? I did not know that. Also, we being the level. So yeah, if you like this video, like, subscribe and all that. We're gonna do part 2 where we go to Barrett Grove, and see y'all next time. Bye.